Okay, so you've probably seen this, like, the normal distribution thing before, where you would see the 50 percentile, which is like average, it's the um the average guy. That's where the average guy who would sit. Now I'm doing this based on the idea that they were raised by someone, um like they had a mother, at the very least, and they were taught some manner of, mannerisms, like just how to treat a person, not even a girl. um and this is where the average guy would sit. And you've, like, probably seen this on tests. So, like, if you do worse on the test, you end up in a lower percentile, and like, let's say the bottom 33%, and then if you do better, you end up in the upper 33%. And then this basically represents how many people sit in that area, you know? So let's say you have a group of 100 people, 100 guys. 50% of them are going to be better than the average guy. 50% of them are going to be worse than the average guy. And normally they don't go from 0 to 100, they go from like 0.1 to 99%, because you can't guarantee anything with statistics like 100% or 0%. But anyway, and then if you were to put here, 33% of men are, so 30, if you have a group of 100 men, then 33% of them will be worse than this, and 30 and 70 and 67, because 100 minus 33, 67% would be better than this. And that includes all the guys from here to here. Now, all of the guys you've dated have been here, more or less. They've been in this area. You have been dating the minority that are dog shit. Now, again, some guys you've dated have been, like, kind of like here, dotted around here. Most of them have been down here. Like the guy that, did the thing to you that now you need therapy for. Trying not to trigger you. But, so now, very few of the guys that you've dated have been up here. Now, for example, guys who know the sidewalk rule would sit around, like, here, like towards the center, The height means nothing, by the way. It's just like how many people. It's just that they would be around there. So, sidewalk rule. This is like the bare minimum for what you should be dating. Everyone below this is fuck only. Anyone in 33% or below is mostly avoid. So you've been dating people, ignore the extra line. I'm writing while holding the phone. Most of the guys you've dated have been mostly avoid. And this new guy you have is up here. So this is what I would consider this area, Ignore that I did a circle, it's more like this. Is good men. Actually. Like actually good guys. Not the, like, for example, guys down here, are the good guys. Guys like in this area. Here. And then here you have dateable, but they need work. And then here's like decent guys, and then these are the good guys. You ideally want to marry the good men. Your guy right now falls into this area, the good men zone, where only 33% of men are in this area. And then these guys, the decent and the dateable need work, are marriable. You can marry the decent guys, and the dateable guys, they need a little work. Ideally you can marry them, but they need to be taught a few things. Now the guys up here in the like top 5%, these are rich and good. These guys are the ideal baby traps. You want to baby trap these guys. They have money and they're good. So this is like a general overview of like guys, So have you seen like the crazy hot matrix for guys? This is that for women, except girls don't rely on looks. It's somewhat money and mostly manners. And then dick size comes into play somewhere in here, but it's kind of cumulative, like for example, if they have okay manners but a massive cock, that can put them back into dateable need work,